Hey, I got a story today that I'm going to share with you about one of my favorite childhood movies and how a lesson from that movie came back and showed up in my life 30 years later. I'm excited to share it with you. Let's do it. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm so stoked that you're here. It is finally like warming up, sort of. I'm sure it'll go up and down. This is the Colorado thing. This false spring situation. It's kind of been messing with me, man. I'm ready for the warm season. I sort of like fell in love with the desert being out here. Anyway, so that's neither here nor there. I came across something this week that totally blew my mind, and I want to share it with you. So I'm just going to make a quick video and tell you a little bit about it. So if you remember the movie Hook, Steven Spielberg, I think it was Steven Spielberg. If you remember the movie at all, basically it's about Peter Pan growing up to be an adult in the real world. Like he comes out of Neverland. He grows up to be a full-grown man. He has a family to provide for. He has this job where, where like he goes and like provides for his family. But you can tell that like he's not fully present with his kids, that he probably wants to be, but he's not fully present with his kids. He misses a baseball game. He's probably not as fully present with his partner. And anyway, long story short, they go back to the childhood home where of Wendy, where all that stuff happened, right? Where he came in and like met her and they went to Neverland and all that stuff happened a long time ago. They go back to that childhood home. Captain Hook, who's played by Dustin Hoffman, which is incredible, he comes in and he kidnaps the kids while they're there at that house. And now Peter Pan, as an adult, has to go back to Neverland, has to go back to face his childhood that he's all but really forgotten about. He has no idea that is even there. It's not in his mind anymore. But he goes there and he gets there and he sees the ship. And he ends up on the ship and he disguises himself and he walks on and he can see his kids. But there's a problem. The kids aren't just there. They're hanging above the ship in a net, right? So they're way up high. And anyway, he gets caught. The pirates catch him. They take his disguise off. And when the kids realize it's him, they start saying, Dad, save us. You got to save us. Dad, save us. And Captain Hook, Dustin Hoffman, incredible. He says, yes, Peter, why don't you just fly up there and save them? And this is the thing I wanted to share with you because this totally blew my mind. You can see Robin Williams does such a great job. You can see on his face that he desperately wants to save his kids. That with everything in him, he wants to fly up there and get them out of the net and take them home. He wants that with everything he has, but he just can't do it. And it's not because he doesn't want to do it. He would love to go do it. But the real reason is, and as the storyline goes, is that he has forgotten how to fly. And he gets thrown off the boat. The mermaids get him. The Lost Boys like take him and they beat him up and stuff and play with him. It's all fun. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. It's really old, but go see it. It's worth a watch now. And he slowly starts to remember who he is. He slowly starts to remember that he can fly. And then what happens is he goes, flies back to the ship, saves his kids, and takes them home. It's a beautiful storyline. And there's no way any of that would have had any weight with me as a kid, right? I had no idea. Like it did. Like I probably really, I related him to him on some level, but it wasn't until this week that I realized just how powerful that storyline is. And I'm bringing this to you today because I'm curious if you've ever felt like you would love to do something. You would love to achieve something. You would love to help your family. You would love to be providing for your family better. You would love to, write a book. You would love to speak on stage. You'd love to record a song, record an album. You would love to do those things, but you just don't. You just can't do it. And see, if we go back to the analogy with Peter Pan in this situation, he could fly. That's something we forget. Like he could do it. He could fly. In that moment where he's standing there and his kids are above him in the net and they're saying, "Help me, Dad." He can fly in that moment. He just forgot how. And so I don't know if that hits with you the way it hit for me, but dude, the immediate reaction to that in my mind when I remembered that story today or this week is here's to relearning how to fly. That's what I want for you too. Because there's likely something in your life that you want to pursue that you just feel like you just can't do it. Something keeps getting in the way. Some story, some pattern keeps showing up and blocking you from going and doing the thing that you really want to do. And there's really nothing stopping you for real. The person you are right now sitting, listening to this video is the same person who's going to write the book. It's the same person who's going to start the podcast, the same person who's going to step out on the stage. That's you. The only difference is you need to remember who you are and remember how to fly. That's it. So I wanted to share that with you all today. I just want to make a short video because I thought that was really inspiring, and I will never forget that as long as I live. And I'm sure I will, get better at telling this story. I just wanted to make sure that I recorded it and put it out there and tried my best to communicate the point because it seemed really important to me. That delineation right there alone of like the person you are right now is actually the same person that's going to end up doing the thing you want to do most. It's the same person. The only difference is that this person's over here, this person's over here. So what's in between, man? And most importantly, what's stopping you from remembering that you can fly? All right. So here's some relearning how to fly, guys. I love you. My name is Chris. Hey, listen, I have something really cool that I'm going to be sharing more and more about here soon. But if you want to go check it out early, you're listening to this video, bonus for you, you can go to resilientcreative.com/founders. There's a special offer there. I'm not going to tell you any more about it here. I'll talk more about it in the channel as here soon, but you can probably click it here down here in the description as well. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that, but I'd love to have you in there. All right. I love you. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Here's to relearning how to fly. Bye.